Yo, what's up, guys? I'm in a new location here. Where should I be looking? I should be looking right there. I'm in a new location for our coffee talk, our Friday jam session, and I'm actually in the car. It is parked in our or at our hotel. I decided to come down this morning to do it here because I think I'll have a better connection and I won't have any distractions. So, going to do the jam session as scheduled. Hopefully, everything is coming through okay. If you guys could do me a quick favor, if you are watching this, if you're seeing this, um, let me know if you can see and hear me okay. I am going to turn this into a podcast episode. So this will be our jam session. I am coming out a couple minutes early just because I wanted to make sure that everything was working properly on the mobile. Yeah, I am in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today will be an off day. Today will be a lazy day, to be honest with you. Just got done writing an email to my list, as I always do on Friday, and it talked a little bit about the lazy day. I think we all need a lazy day every now and then. But yesterday, just to kind of give you guys that are on here a little bit early, yesterday we had a beach volleyball tournament, which was here in Wilmington, North Carolina. We came in Wednesday night. My daughter practiced with another club here locally, and then had a tournament yesterday. I think it was out of 10 teams yesterday. They came in third in a 16U tournament, which was awesome. They played well, played some really good competition, really, really good. And then we have today off. And then tomorrow, we are going to be heading to, well, it's north of here. Forget the actual town that we're going to be at, but it's another tournament. It's going to be another 16U. And for those of you that don't know, my daughter's 13, so she's playing up, which is always good. And sometimes it can be challenging, but in a good way. And we'll be there all day. And then we have a potential to go to Myrtle Beach immediately after that in another tournament on Sunday, because there's another partner that her partner is sick. So someone reached out to my wife and said, "Hey, would Kayla be available?" And we said, "Maybe." So we might be in Myrtle Beach on Sunday. Don't know. We plan on heading back home on Sunday. So anyway, good morning to everyone that is here. This is a little bit different for me because, well, I'm on the mobile. I'm in my car. I am parked, and you can see right there that thing. That's our that's our 10 by 10 tent that we bring with us to these tournaments. You can kind of see the package right there, or the case that it's in. So I'm kind of leaning forward here. I'm not driving. Don't worry. I am parked. You can kind of see that in the background. I'm parked. No worries there. But I did want to do the coffee talk, the jam session. If you guys have any questions, drop them in there, please. And that would be awesome. Uh, what's up, Debbie? Debbie, Lisa had reached out to you. Hopefully, we're going to be able to set up that date. Yeah, thank you. I will have a lazy day. Yeah, we're gonna actually. It's gonna be a very loose day today. We're gonna as soon as I get done here, we're gonna go grab a coffee, and then we're gonna head over to the UNCW campus again for like our third time. My daughter just wants to drive through it, so we're gonna run through there. We're just gonna kind of chill. Then we're gonna head over to the beach. Probably take a nice long walk. Might take out the volleyball and do a little bit of passing. Just chilling, then grab a little lunch, and I don't know what the afternoon looks like. So that's kind of what a lazy day is, right? You just don't have any plans. And then tomorrow we'll be getting up early and heading to the next tournament location. We have to be there for check-in at like 8 o'clock, and we're about an hour away from that venue. So anyway, all right, cool. So let's get into it. All right, I'm going to officially kick this off. So this way here we can discuss what we're going to be discussing on this jam session. And really the topic is this, and I get this question because people that are building their list, they want to know, what is better? Is it better to have a free lead magnet or a paid lead magnet? Now, I've done both. I do both. And there is going to be different circumstances from different times, testing certain things. But we'll dig into that. And I'll give you my thoughts, my recommendations, depending on where you are in your list building. and then we'll go from there. All right. And then also, if you have any questions on this, make sure that you drop them in the comments, and I'll do my best to read them here if I can, because it's over there, and I'm trying to glance over there as we're recording and as we're doing this live. All right. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. All right. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome to this Friday jam session. If you guys are listening to this, you don't realize this. Maybe you can hear the difference because I'm in my car. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, just wrapped up a volleyball tournament with my daughter, and we're traveling. And so I decided to keep consistent, right, and keep doing these Friday jam sessions, but also be able to record it for the podcast. So here we are, Friday, and we are going to be discussing a really important and a question that comes up quite a bit. And that is, Scott, I know that you talk about building your email list, but what is best when creating a lead magnet? Or should it be paid or should it be free? And what I mean by that is, should you just give away something for free, or should you charge something for it, even if it's $1? Which I've done both, and I've got some stats that I can share with you on that. And I'm going to give you the pros and cons, or just discuss what would be best for you and your situation or circumstances right now, depending on where you are, all right, in your list building, all right? Because I think a lot of people get hung up on, should I do free? Should I do paid? What's the advantages? What's the disadvantages? And that's what we're going to be discussing here, okay? So let's just kind of dig in, all right? If you are brand new to building a list, you have no list, or maybe you have a small list, maybe it's 100 people or less, and you want to inject a little bit of life into your list. And I mean, inside of our email list building fast track workshop, our goal is to build a list of 500 subscribers in 30 days. And the reason why we want to do that is because 500 is a good number to kind of start with. You've got a good group of people that you can connect with and communicate with, and 500 is a good number. Doesn't mean you can't have 1,000, doesn't mean you can't have 10,000, but it's a good number to start with. And I think if you are building your list from scratch today, I would start with that. I would start with putting out a free lead magnet. Here's what happens when you do this. You're going to get more people than a paid lead magnet. It's the way it is. Now, some would argue and say, yeah, but the paid email list is going to be way more valuable than the free. Yes and no. Depending on the lead magnet, it could be as good, but you have to put out the right lead magnet, the right bait, if we're talking fishing terms, because if you just put something out that's generic and anyone would want it, it doesn't really call out your audience as well as it should. All right. Now, if someone does put their credit card out for you to run through as a sale, yes, that person has raised their hand as someone that's interested, but also someone that's willing to make a transaction online. Totally. Yes, I agree with that. But that doesn't discount the people that are searching or opting in for something free. Okay. I've opted in for things that are free, and I've joined masterminds that were upwards of $25,000, $30,000. But how did I get to that level as far as where I would be willing to give out that kind of money? It was the know, like, and trust element that we always talk about. So it's a long-term plan. And I think actually, once you get up and running, I think you should do both. I think you should do paid and free. But if you're just starting, I would start with the free. All right. And I share this story quite often whenever we kind of get into this, because people think that you have to have a massive list and they don't think that free stuff works. I'm going back like probably almost 10 years ago. And I built a list, and it was funny. I built the list all from a free lead magnet, all from YouTube, by the way. And I just basically did some free videos and said, hey, if you want to download, this cheat sheet or this video series, go here, set up a little landing page, and collected emails. And I did that for about 6 months and built a list of 1,000 people. It took me 6 months to build a list of 1,000 people organically, though, through YouTube. Fine. It was great. The whole time I'm building that relationship, the trust element, know, like, and trust, all the stuff that we talk about. And I then did my first official launch to that list and sold over $12,000 worth of digital products, okay, in 3 days from a list of 1,000 people, because we built the know, like, and trust. Now, if I was to just put a free lead magnet out there and then immediately try to sell them, my conversion rate is going to be low. And that's typical. But you can't give up on that list right out of the gate if you're not converting to a sale yet. You got to be patient, but you also still need to make offers, because that small percentage of people that are going to buy, as long as you keep showing up in email and as long as you keep delivering value, some of them are going to buy, even if it's a small percentage. The key is you got to keep emailing. Okay. Now, my typical rhythm, let's call it, or my flow, is I like to email 2 to 3 times per week. At the minimum, it's going to be 1 time per week. Okay. But for brand creators, I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday consistently. I just wrote one today, and it's the first thing that I do. Okay. Now, if that doesn't tell you something, it really should, because I look at email as the number one thing that I am doing. I'm building a list, I'm nurturing the list, and I'm sending emails to the list. Like, that's first and foremost. Okay. So when I'm checking in for the day, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm making sure that I'm pulling that lever. Okay. That's the biggest lever for me. And it's not that it's going to make the sale today. It means I'm going to build more trust and goodwill. And when you do that over time, okay, the sales will follow. Okay. They will follow. But the key is, if you send out 1 email per week, you've got 1 chance. If you send to the unopens, you've got 2 chances. But if you send out 2 emails, double the chances. 3 emails, triple the chances. Okay. And you're starting to show up more and you're being consistent. And they know that. Then people will say, Scott, what do I write in that email? And I'm not going to go into that here. I've done that in other coffee talks, other podcast episodes. Go back and search for that. Or you can go to takeactioncrew.com, and there's a little player there you can search through, and you can find the ones that I talk about writing emails. Inside of Brand Creators Academy, by the way, we have a whole email writing workshop that we just wrapped up. But the bottom line is, free works. Okay. But you have to understand it's not going to convert as high as a paid lead magnet out of the gate. Let's talk about paid lead magnets now. Paid lead magnets are going to take a little bit more to set up. Okay. You have to, number one, have a merchant account or a PayPal button or something like that, that you can have someone click on it and then purchase something and then deliver your, your goods. Now, you can do that right in ConvertKit nowadays, by the way. If you want to check that out, I do have an affiliate link. You can go through, buy me a cup of coffee. That's at brandcreators.com/ConvertKit. And if you do that, send me an email, scott@brandcreators.com, and I'll send you a little goodie bag, okay? Or a digital goodie bag with some email stuff in there. But you can sign up for free and you can use most of their tools, but you will need a paid account if you want anything paid, I believe. But you could do it all within that system. Okay. And I'm not going to go into all of the things that you will have to have in place, but it's the same thing as a free to a paid. Now, I'm going to give you a real example here. We started running the email list building playbook as a free lead magnet. We ran that for, I'll have to look at the exact numbers, but probably, let's just call it like 20, 25 days, maybe. It might even been a little bit less than that. And we collected 585 emails of people that downloaded that. Our conversion rate was insane. It was like 70, 75%, upwards of 80% at times. Crazy. Free. We took that same offer, the same page, and we made it $1. Okay? $1. Our conversion rate dropped, which is to be expected, and it went to about 25%. Well, on a paid offer, that's pretty darn good, but you just basically got a lot less people to do it. Okay. But what that allowed us to do is immediately have $1, okay, come in, which isn't a lot, right? And then from there, we're immediately able to then put a one-time offer or an order bump in front of them, which we did, and that was converting at around 20%. So that dollar turned into about $28 because the bump was $27. Okay. Now, this is really important when you're running paid ads, because the paid ads, you want to try to recoup your ad money as soon as possible so you can keep spending money, right? So you're not waiting 30, 60, 90 days, which it typically will take if you're doing any type of list building, if you have offers to make for those people, or you can offer those people an offer down the line. So paid does work, but I think it's better for someone that's already building a list with a free lead magnet, and then you're adding this piece to it. All right. Now, again, if you have been building a list for any period of time and you're building it consistently, I think you should give a paid lead magnet a try. Now, you have to have something in place that you could offer for maybe, I don't know, no more than $10. And I think then you also, in order to do it, and if you're running paid ads, you're going to want some type of offer to give them on the thank you page, or maybe an order bump, or maybe it's a one-time upsell. You will want something, and that thing has to be aligned with the first thing that they opted in for. Really, really important that you do that. But if you're just starting and you're listening to this, or you haven't got started yet building your list, start with free. All right, start with free. I think that is the best place to start. Number one, it's going to get you a list faster. You're going to be able to start practicing your email writing. You're going to be able to make offers to more eyeballs, to more people. And that's what I would recommend that you do. So what is better? They're both good, but there's a place for each of those. All right. And we play with both of them. Okay, I can still hear. That was pretty crazy. So, yeah, you did lose me. Yeah, let me know if you guys can still hear me, and we can resume. I'm going to tell you guys something funny that just happened. It's really kind of funny. Let's see if it's still. My phone overheated because I had it up on the dash. The sun was coming in, so my phone overheated. But I'm back. Yes. All right. Cool. We're gonna have to cut that in post. Man, that was crazy. I gotta feel how hot it is up there still. Let me try to put up the air in the front, see if that helps. But man, it got hot up there. It's hysterical. I think we lost you back. I can see and hear you. Awesome. Let me go ahead and make sure that we got the air cranking now. All right, cool. I'm gonna have to hold this near the AC. I had to turn the car on. I had the car off. That's funny. All right. So we are back, I think. So we're going to have to see how that turns out. But guys, does this make sense? Do you have any questions? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back in there. So bottom line is I'm a fan of both. Okay. I'm a fan of paid and free, but I would start with free. If I'm starting from scratch, I'm probably going to start with a free lead magnet. I'm going to get something up there quick. I'm going to test it, and then we will see. All right. We are going to see how it performs, and we're going to keep building that. You can always turn that free into a paid lead magnet. That's what we did. We tested it. And now we're actually thinking about, for a little bit, going back and switching it to free, but we've got a little twist that we're going to add to it. And actually, I'll tell you guys on here right now, because depending on when this airs, we're going to be doing an upcoming workshop, which is going to be a free workshop, which we haven't done in forever. And it's going to be on email list building. And we are going to turn the playbook, the landing page, everything we're doing there, we're going to turn that into an opt-in for the workshop for free and the playbook for free. And we're going to test that for like 7 days. And then we are going to be doing a brand new free workshop. So depending on when you're watching this or listening to this, that is going to be happening. And Alejandro says, because I'm doing this live, but if you're listening to this on the podcast, you're going to hear me read this. It says, finally, a workshop. Yes. And like I said, there's a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to leave it at that. But here's what I want to leave you guys with that are listening or watching and wondering, what is best, a paid or a free lead magnet? If you're just starting out, I would start with free, and then you can always test the paid just by turning it over to a paid lead magnet. You can test it with $1, $5, $10. I'd keep it something like that. But the one thing that you will want to have in place if you do turn that over to something like that is you definitely must have something that you could offer them after the fact. And it needs to be similar. So an example would be the email list building playbook. We did 2 different tests on that bump. One of them was some email accelerator templates, basically some templates for writing emails. If you're building an email list, you read the playbook, you probably want help writing emails too, right? So we go deeper in that in these templates. That one did really well. The second one that we've done was, let's see here. Oh, the recordings to the case study that we give inside of Brand Creators Academy. Did that one. That one just did okay, which was kind of surprising. And then the other one that we're going to be testing is an application to Brand Creators Academy. So 3 different offers we're going to be testing. But you do need to make sure that the offer is in line with the thing that they opted in for on a paid lead magnet or even on a free one. All right. So hopefully that helped you guys. Have an awesome, amazing day. And if you want to show up to one of these jam sessions live, head on over to takeactioncrew.com and we can hang out on Fridays. Hey, we even do these on Monday and Wednesday for our normal coffee talks. So head on over to takeactioncrew.com and join us. Take care. Take action. I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, I'm going to pause it right there. Man, oh man, that was crazy. So let me know. You guys have any quick questions for me? And if not, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump. I'm trying to scroll through here a little bit. See, it's kind of hard. That was crazy, though, that my phone overheated and it just went out. It went out cold. Let's see. So I guess we don't have any questions on the email list building or anything in particular, unless there's a huge delay. Let's see here. Oh, Noel says, I got my free lead magnet running with Facebook ads. That's awesome. And Noel, that was what we had discussed on our hot seat, I believe. So I'm curious to see how that ends up working out. Alpandra says, why do the Yankees suck? That's hysterical. It's a great question. Hey, it's a long season, Alpandra. So don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. It's a long season. And we're not even at the halfway point yet. So settle down over there. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? just going to wait a second, make sure we don't have a huge delay here, and then we will wrap this up. Nope, it looks like we're good. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Have an awesome, amazing day. Like I said before, we will be back here, let's see, Monday, and we will most likely we will be at the office. So we'll definitely be there. Hopefully, as long as I'm not stuck in Myrtle Beach, which I could be. And let's see. Oh, wait. I got a question here. Is that Alejandro? It's coming in so slow. All right, cool. All right, guys, that's it. A little clunky here today, but we did it. We made it. And so I want this to also be a little bit of a lesson for you that even if you're traveling, even if you're making up excuses of why you can't do something, you probably can do it. You just got to work a little bit harder to make it happen, like I just did here today. I'm in my car. My phone overheated, but I still delivered, and I still have a podcast that will be created from it. So use this as a little bit of a lesson. All right, get out there, make it happen. Take care, take action. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.